All right. So, hello everybody. Oh, there goes Michael. Hello everybody. Welcome to the 9th meeting. We have a lot to discuss today and really important stuff. So let's get on with it, shall we? Just some general announcements. Today, well, it might be already late as we speak, but today is the last day of the pumpkin carvings to the main Discord server. All submissions are due at 5 p.m. So if we look at the time, you got about an hour to finish your pumpkins. So I don't know.
Okay, should I speedrun it right now?
What's that?
Should I start speedrunning mine right now?
Do it, just like do it right onward.
Okay, let's see how far I get in like 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, just get that in, man. So yeah, I think I believe at 7 p.m. All the judges will look at it. They'll judge it live, and they'll be featured on the Bronco Space Instagram story. So you can see all the cool submissions and things like that on there. So that's considering the pumpkin carving contest. But as of the crowdfunding page for Bronco Space, as the last time I checked that, it was 248. And it looks like if you just round it to 700, so there's been $700 in donations, which is awesome. If you know anyone, I believe it ends in about 7 hours now, looking from this time that I last looked at it. If you know anyone with a little bit of chunk change, a little bit of extra little change laying around that they don't need, just say, we need, if you could fund this, please fund this. We need funding. That'd be much appreciated to everybody at Bronco Space, and we get more projects, stuff like that. So that'd be pretty cool. So this is for agenda for today's meeting. Discuss the CDR, conceptual design review. This is the big one. This is the big guy. This is going to be really important. This is going to be coming next Friday, November 6th. So if you can, please try to have that day off, and preferably the whole day, but the meeting starts or the presentation starts at 5 p.m. And I believe there's going to be, including us, there's going to be 2 other teams. Or no, 3. I think if you include the Balloon Launch Vehicle team, they're going to be presenting in front of industry partners and experienced team members from Bronco Space, like Michael, Nathan, Ben, Michael, stuff like that. Not you, Michael, other Michael. So yeah, we're gonna be presenting to them, and then they're gonna give us feedback, stuff like that. So it's gonna be around. It's gonna start at 5 p.m. and then it's gonna end around 9 p.m. So if you can try to keep that time open, that'd be much appreciated. And then, as always, this is just always there if anyone has any ideas about the project, stuff like that, and to be posted for the next meeting, as always. Schedule / deadlines for this week. I submitted the requirements, our final draft. I believe it was on Friday, so I think I submitted them on Wednesday to Jacob. So he still hasn't given feedback. He's just been really busy with school, as with everybody. So he said he'll try to get them the feedback by either today or Saturday. And then I would like us to have the final draft due by Sunday, so then we can just mainly focus our entire week on the presentation and report. As for these guys, the presentation report, it's not so much of formulating new ideas or concepts. It's just more of formatting and just making things look presentable and neat and tidy, following guidelines, stuff like that. That's what it is. That's all the presentation report is. So this is going to be pretty important. By Tuesday, I like to have I like to have the final draft of both of these guys by 9 p.m. So just when I go to submit it, I'm not like giving it to Jacob because I don't know when he likes to have it, but I like to give him some time to look at it and just get some acknowledgement on that. Wednesday, I like to make any adjustments on the presentation report if need be. After we do that, just make any more clarify. And we should probably get the feedback by later Wednesday or maybe early Thursday. But so Thursday is I would also, if you can try to make some time for this, we're gonna try to practice our presentation with everybody. So with I'm gonna be assigning everyone certain parts of the presentation. So it's just not gonna be one person talking about the whole list of slides and everything. Everybody's gonna have a slide and they're gonna present it. So so we're gonna try to practice this with everyone. Possibly with people from Bronco Space, like again, like Michael, Jacob, Christian, project manager. So we could just get some feedback, and we want to have as much nervousness or like jitters, stuff like that when we go to actually present the next day.
Yeah, don't worry, look, I'll be there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Friday is when we present, so that's the day. That's the big day. I would have more information. So this is just a preface before I actually get into all of this. I would have more information on the actual formatting and what it would look like. But Jacob, he hasn't posted the PowerPoint that he discussed earlier today of the actual format. I only got just like the basic things, what we need to do and look professional, things like that. So once I get the PowerPoint, I'll put it in the Discord and so we can get started on the formatting and things like that. But this is just some basic things I got out of the PowerPoint. So again, we pretty much completed, so we're in the 3-step phase right now for the actual blade project. There's the conceptual design phase, there's the preliminary, and then there's the third one. I think that's just the actual construction phase where we build everything and put everything together. So we're nearing the end of the conceptual design phase, the first step, and it's now time to present in front of real industry professionals, professors, and again, Bronco Space. So yeah, this is gonna be the first step. So we're almost done with the first, guys. So that's pretty exciting. But in order to get past this, we have to get through the presentation. I hate presentations, to be honest. I really do. But it's just something that we have to get past. It's a very important step, and we really have to nail it. As much as it is a learning process, we also have to bring everything to the table, and we have to make sure everything looks nice, neat and tidy, stuff like that. So when we go to present, we just look good, you know. We look good, everyone presenting, and we have an overall image. Again, everyone will have to present, and I'll assign different parts of the slides of the presentation for everyone to read. Once I get more information about that, and just following this, if you feel like if like I signed you a particular slide or set of slides that you don't really like, or if you feel like you would do better covering other slides, you can do that. You can most definitely do that. Just feel free to communicate that with everybody, just so we're not like mix matching information and slides, things like that. So just try to give ahead of time when you're if you're gonna do this. For the presentation, we expect it to last around 20 to 30 minutes. So if you're gonna like make a script or something, or if you're gonna do something like that, when you're going through your slides, just try to keep in mind of that time frame. So between the 6 of us, if you divide it, average that by 6 people, you get a certain amount of minute time. So I would suggest you try to keep in with that that time frame. So let's say if it's like 7 minutes, try to keep it around 7 minutes. You can just time yourself and practice it. Just some follow-up things like that. As for dress attire, if you would like, it's preferred, but you don't have to. Try to dress in like formal fashion, like a suit and tie. Just look presentable because you're presenting in front of actual industry, people in industry, professors, things like that. You're presenting an idea, and you want to make it look as good as possible, and that starts with the person presenting. So again, it's not required, but just don't show up wearing a tank top, hats, chains, I don't know, swimwear, things like that. Just try to look presentable. Just basic stuff. The presentation will take place on Zoom, so you have to have your camera on. Everybody will have to have their camera on. It just gives a little bit more presentable, like I guess since we're not all in person, if you don't, it really helps to have that person perspective, so you kind of know how to gauge your audience, and the audience knows how to see how like comfortable you are with your project, stuff like that. So when you're on your camera, and if you're not presenting, try not to act like you're on your phone the whole time, or like reading a book, because they can tell because they're looking at you. They'll look at your background, they'll see your eye movement, stuff like that. They'll see if you're like looking down, stuff like that. If you're gonna read off a script, because I really like script ideas, but if you're gonna do something like that, try to memorize it as much as you can, and try not to like read off of it the whole entire time, because again, they can tell just by the sound of your voice, just like very monotone, and they can tell that you're not really organizing your own thoughts. You're just kind of reading it off from somewhere. So just some things to keep in mind. So yeah, here's just the script idea. Also, try to use gestures. Um, try to have this kind of sounds weird, exciting voice pitches. But again, if you're reading off a script, you're just going to be like, well, this guy, this does this, hazards focuses on this area. It doesn't really sound engaging. Just if you just try to use hand gestures, things like that. Just shows that you're comfortable with what you're talking about, and it shows the audience that you're really informed and interested about it. Things like that. Things to keep in mind. Again, continued. When we're done with the presentations, final and first, they'll be saved as, well, I guess for the first one, you don't need to save it as a PDF. We're going to change it probably if anything does need to be changed. So you can keep that maybe as a Word doc, but for the final and the final presentation and report, they'll be saved as PDFs for submission, because both the presentation and report will be submitted to everyone attending the presentation, industry, professors, stuff like that. So they'll be, after the presentation, they will be given that, both of those. And then this kind of stops with everything just in general, things to keep in mind. Here I would start the format, but again, I don't have the PowerPoint that tells everything about the figure and presentation or report. So I've talked about it here, but yeah, unfortunately I don't have it. So I'll try to get that as soon as I can. As for project rules, when I get the feedback on the requirements, I'll do that. I'll finalize the reports. I mean the feedback, and just so all of us can get more accommodated and just start with the the assigned sections of the presentation when I figure that out. And so I'll try to get that to you guys as soon as I can. But when I do, this is just for preface. When I do have the presentation, or when I do assign roles or certain sections to the presentation, those assigned roles will also carry over to the report. So if, let's say, you're in charge of the title of content, the appendix section, the hazards, if you're assigned those, you will also be required to transfer that same information from the presentation to the report. Just so we're not crisscrossing any information, and we're not like waiting on people and stuff like that. So just some things like that. Again, I'll post the assigned rules when I get more information. Yeah, that kind of concludes today's meeting. It was kind of short, but does anyone have any questions? It's kind of vague so far, but I hope what I posted kind of made some sense. Did anybody have any questions about that?
The CDR is on Tuesday, next Tuesday.
No, it's Friday. Friday.
Oh, next Friday. Okay.
Yeah, November 6th.
Perfect.
Well, if nobody has any more questions, I will stop the recording.